Soul Garden.
Good morning. I'm out light walking on the beaches of Huntington Beach, California, and this is your Tuesday Namaste Today. Good morning and Namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today. My name is Christopher Oteki. I am a psychic astrologer and the Sensei to Serious Joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. Thank you so much for joining me on my little web series today. It is Tuesday, September 22nd, and we are in the final day of the sun in Virgo, so things may feel a little batty. In fact, integrity is what rules the day. Virgo is the sign of integrity, and I gotta tell you, when integrity rules the day in the sign of integrity, nobody feels like they're in integrity, just so you know. So the first thing is no self-judgment, all right? Today is a day to just kind of coast through. We are releasing the old life, we're turning towards a new life, and if you don't know, Mercury is retrograde, which means we're kind of thinking backwards. And I have to say, you know, so far in this Mercury retrograde, I am spacey. I am tired. I kept thinking it was just like a funk, but nope, I'm definitely kind of on another planet right now, and we all kind of are in some way or another. So be easy on yourself. Self-compassion is very important, and so is self-mercy. Self-mercy is you make it easier on yourself, not harder. All right. So today's topic is going to be integrity. And integrity is step 29 and also step 11. Step 11 is Virgo. Virgo rules integrity. And this is why Virgos are perfectionists. It's not so much that they want perfection, it's that they seek integrity. Now, integrity is a very simple equation in spirituality. It is what you are on the inside is what you put out in the outside. So if what you project is what you are authentically, you are in integrity. But the problem is that people are not always honest with themselves, even when they try their best. I found this last mile of Saturn and Scorpio that I tried my best to know myself, but I still discovered places where I was ignoring myself, moments where I abandoned myself, and so therefore there were moments when I was out of integrity. Now, in the 11 steps to serious joy, if you practice each step consciously, which is I protect, I love, I feel, I believe, and so on and so forth, by the time you get to step 11, you will feel of integrity. So each morning what I do as part of my own meditation is I will kind of get in touch with these different parts of my conscious being and just check in on them and send them a little love and let them know, hey, how you doing? How are my feelings? How are my beliefs? How's my belonging? And just so I kind of feel like I'm in integrity. Now today you may feel out of integrity and you may feel a little wild. There's a lot of energies going on, and one of the big ones is the moon is crossing over Pluto. So as we're trying to step up and step into our power, we're releasing the things that hold us back at the same time. So if there's anything that gets difficult in the moment or in the day, you might see what's holding you up rather than trying to try harder. See what's in the way instead of like trying to push harder, all right? But with integrity, I just want to talk about it's a very easy thing to actually get in. What you want to do is be aware of yourself and your feelings at all moments, and then you want to be aware of whether or not you're putting out that vibration. Now, that's not easy to do, is it? Because we're so distracted by other people and whatnot. So I want to give you a little famous thing you can say that will help you every time. All you need to do to say to someone is, I need a little time with that. I just need a little time. Take a little time and space to go check on yourself, to go check on your work, to go check on your feelings, and you'll feel that at least you tried to stay in integrity and you tried to honor how you really feel, and that alone is going to give you a booster shot and make you feel better. But I have to say that in this transition right now, with all the planets going on, I don't think anyone is feeling 100% normal per se. I'm a person that tries very hard to feel, quote, normal and have a baseline, and I have to say it has been just all over the map. So I think we're going through a lot of change, and again, I can't say it enough, be easy on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself today. Indeed, it is a cloudy day where I'm taping, and it is a cloudy, introverted day for you as well. So without further ado, let's go into my higher self and ask my guides if there's any guidance for the day, and let's take a look also at the planets. Interesting. I didn't even think to talk about it. They say Chiron, and Chiron is at retrograde step 18. So this means that people might be making new decisions today in Pisces. This is part of the equation. But perhaps part of us mastering and coming into our final step of integrity with Virgo is maybe taking new steps when it comes to self-compassion or forgiveness, all right? And I have a whole new saying that I've been coming up with myself. It's not that we forgive and we forget. It's that we forlend and we unmember. And forlend means I'm going to lend myself the energy and the benefit of the doubt that this isn't going to happen again. So I'm going to forlend myself the energy. I think that's more clear than forgiving. And then unmember. It's like, it's not that we're going to forget something, because I think forgetting almost takes energy. It's that we're going to unmember. You know, we remember something, well, let's unmember it. We just want to untwist those. There's nothing to focus on. They're simply untwisted. They're simply two consciousnesses that don't belong together. So with Chiron and the forgiving of oneself, it really is, I'm going to forlend and I'm going to unmember this part of my life, the pain, the emotion, and whatnot, and assume that this will all be okay, and give myself the benefit of the doubt. That's what they're saying today, is that everyone needs to give themselves a bit of self-compassion, self-mercy, and this might be a new action because of the step 18. This might be a new decision, a new direction, a new policy with yourself, and an essential one is what they're saying as well. Yeah, now they bring me to Black Lilith at step 3 of Libra, and with the retrograde, you know, what we're really doing is we're re-examining our relationship to ourself, or our mirage. Today, Mercury is at step 14, so what we're rethinking today is our belonging. We're rethinking, where do we really belong? Does this really belong in my life? And that sort of thing. And that question is going on as we step into our integrity. Now, I want you to know, in a retrograde, it's all speculation. You don't have to make a decision today. It's okay to have a lot of open topics per se. It's okay to not completely know. What you want to do is focus on standing in the integrity that you know and allowing these questions to be asked. But with Black Lilith at step 3, it shows me that a lot of people are afraid of where this will conclude. People are afraid that if they let themselves off the block now, they'll end up criminals. Or if they don't stay responsible now, they'll end up, in a hospital. Or if they don't, be really, really good right now, they'll end up cheating. And that's kind of like really just not knowing, to be honest. And Black Lilith at step 3 means people are up against ignorance, and they're up against lack of experience. And don't let your imagination run too wild with that credit. With Saturn at step 0 in Sagittarius, that's what they bring me to next. Yes, until October 1st, we are basically creating time and space for our new beliefs. So that kind of goes back to the beginning of my little reading today. It's like, you know what, I'll get back to you with that. So you need a little time and space to think about it. I need a little time and space to research, or I need a little time and space to see if this is right for me. That sort of thing. So go ahead and take the time and space as necessary up through October 1st, and put off any conversation or formal contract signing until you really are clear of how you relate to yourself. But with Black Lilith at step 3, there's going to be a lot of fear of the unknown, and so they're saying, be very clear. They're saying, as long as you give yourself the time and space to figure it out or to do the research, there should be no panic or anything else. Now they bring me to the moon. So the moon today is crossing over Pluto. Now Pluto is the planet of death, and it's funny because the sun is crossing my natal Pluto, and I was starting to feel really kind of morbid, and then I realized it's my annual Pluto transit. No wonder. But when the moon crosses Pluto, there is a darkness, and that darkness is to let it die, to let it go, to let go. Think of like a little baby gripping onto a bottle. As it falls asleep, it lets go of the bottle. That's pretty much what your emotions need to do. Just let go of the past. Just let go of being worried about it or reacting the way you used to react to it. Just simply let go. And try not to make an observation that it's completely new or different or weird, anything like that. Again, the mind is really in retrograde, and it's trying to explore where it really belongs. So focus on simple integrity and focus on letting things go. Then they finally bring me to actually Jupiter. Jupiter is at step 9 in Virgo today, so that means it's go time with the new reality. And as I'd said here in the last couple of days, really go time means we're cutting off the obvious, we're cutting off what doesn't work for us, we are separating ourselves from the past, and like I said, we are trying to forlend and unmember these experiences. So really, just move ahead with what you do know. particularly with the cuts. That's what they're saying. So if there are things you know you want to cut and can cut, you should cut them, at least right now, and not overburden yourself. Every small thing kind of turns into 10 right now with this last step of Virgo. So it's like you think it's one task and you end up cleaning the whole kitchen. You ever do that? Like, I'm just going to do the dishes, and you end up cleaning the whole kitchen. That's kind of Virgo energy right now. So really, cut what doesn't belong. Focus on the things that keep you in integrity and let everything else fall to the wayside. We're moving into Libra in 24 hours, and it's a totally different party. And I have to say, it's so much lighter, too. So the last thing is just that Mars and Venus. Venus is at step 19 today. So really, if you do the work and you make the cuts and you stay open and give yourself time and space to come up with what you believe in, you are, in fact, on the path to serious joy. And that's something that everyone on the other side wants people to know, that we're in the tough spot. It's kind of like we're getting the shot or we're ripping off the Band-Aid right now. It's the no fun part or no fun zone of Virgo or of healing. But rest assured, my friend, we are actually moving ahead towards personal dreams, and as the sun clicks into Libra here in the next couple of days, it's going to get a lot sunnier and nicer, because Libra is a pretty easygoing vibration, except when they freak out. But we'll talk about that. That's a possibility with the lunar eclipse. All right, I think that is all I have to say. I will say that if you are watched over by my personal Sensei network, today I'm going to program for around 3 o'clock your local time to talk about your natal Chiron. That's the wound you were born with and the wound that might disrupt your potential for integrity. And I'll also talk about the shadow that Chiron casts, because a lot of people end up dancing around their shadow instead of facing their true reality or facing their true integrity. So I'll be helping you out with that as well around 3 p.m. your local time. And for those who want to sign up for my Serious Joy Personal Sensei's service, say that 10 times in a retrograde, it is seriousjoy.com. All right, my friends, that's all I have for today. I do love you, and I promise to be back tomorrow. Stay in your heart despite the clouds and hang in there. We've only got 24 more hours of this reality, and then we start off love, peace, harmony, and the new mirage. So it should get a lot lighter from here. I love you, and live, love, be.